Good morning. Going on a tour of the Scottish Highlands.
Graham, Graham, or Graham, some people say. Depends which part of the world you come from. I did spend a little bit of time in Spain and they always call me Graham, so I don't mind that at all. Actually, I quite like it, you know. Now, the Nor Loch, the North Lake as it was known, just below the castle, they would throw dead bodies out of the castle into the Nor Loch. So it's you've got to try and imagine a filthy, horrific place, really. Ardriggy. And then the wealthy people of the city just say to themselves, we can't go on like this is crazy, you know. So they decide to build what's now known as the New Town. James Craig is the architect given the job. James Craig comes along. The first thing he does is he drains the Nor Loch. This is the Nor Loch, or what would have been the Nor Loch, here on the left hand side. Nowadays it's Princess Street Gardens, lovely part of town. This was this filthy open air sewer, really. And then he creates the New Town, 3 parallel streets.
Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. Getting a little break here, and amazing to be seeing some of the Scottish countryside and the Highlands. This has been an incredibly informative tour already. The tour guide there, Graham, is just incredibly knowledgeable. He's been doing this for 30 years and told us all kinds of like history of Scotland and England and the Tudors and the Scottish royal family and wars and marriages and all kinds of cool stuff. And so we're taking a break here at this lovely loch, which means lake, and heading deeper into the Scottish Highlands. And so it's Loch Lubnaig, and this guy over here is about to go in the water. The girl that's talking to him is Kayla, and she is staying at the same hostel that I'm staying at, and she's actually the one that told me about this tour. She's from the US. She's flying back to the US in a couple of days, and she booked this tour and happened to mention it to me. She's staying in the bunk right next to mine, and so that's how I ended up on this Highlands tour. I bet. There he goes.
Think I'm worth the anger? Do you think I'm worth the pain? Please take it easy on my lover. She means the world to me. God, I know you'll be. Follow me to know crossed the line. Do you think I drank the wine?
And did you see some deer out there?
I can see two. See, there's like a little hill here.
Your eyes are better than
Just to the right of it. They look just like little dark spots. In fact, there's more. I can see 4.
Okay.
If you...
I see a few different dark spots.
That's them. That's
Yeah.
the deer.
All right. And was it Loch Tola?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Tulla.
Cool. And this is the Black Mount, this hill we're going over here. And the tour buses have converged. This is us, the wee red bus.
And then when the ice began to melt, about 10,000 years ago, the glaciers deposited these boulders. They carried them along in the ice, and they also revealed the landscape, the mountains that we see today. So this landscape that we're travelling through now has been pretty much unchanged for 10,000 years. Braveheart was filmed up in this part of the world, up in Glencoe, although most of Braveheart was Ireland. Certain parts of the Harry Potter movies filmed up here in Glencoe, and other parts of Scotland, of course. And a wonderful movie called Highlander. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Now, we spoke about these crofts, you know, where people lived out here. That would have been a croft on the left. You see the white building? Someone would have lived there for centuries. Now, I'm not saying there would have been hundreds of those here, but there certainly would have been enough people dotted along the glen so you could travel in relative safety if need be, folks. Crofting was a way of life.
Don't pay attention to my brothers. They don't give a damn about me. God, I know you see. Follow me to North Temple, through the mountains, cross the sea.
And so this is Glencoe. Glen is a valley, and that is the River Coe. And this was the site of a very tragic massacre in 1692, in which the king decided to basically kill the local people here for not supporting him. And here's a map of the glen here. Falls of Glencoe, River Coe, Glencoe Village. And the Three Sisters Mountains, called Ben. Ben is mountains in Scots Gaelic. More than 300 years after the event, Glencoe remains synonymous with the brutal slaughter that occurred here on 13th February 1692. 38 men, women, and children, all MacDonalds, were murdered in cold blood by troops carrying out government orders.
So to the right, you're looking back up Loch Leven towards Glencoe. To the left, a rather cloudy west coast of Scotland. We're looking over Loch Linnhe, L-I-N-N-H-E, Loch Linnhe. Just coming down the hillside here on the right, you'll see those pipelines just about to disappear behind the cloud actually. See those huge pipes, folks, on the right? This is a hydroelectric power station. Hydroelectric power, big business, particularly in the north and the west of Scotland. Renewable energy.
The Commando Memorial. This area is dedicated to the memory of all commandos who gave their lives in the service of this country during the 1939 to 1945 war. World War II. And next, we're headed to Loch Ness, side of the supposed Loch Ness Monster. And going on a boat tour. Hopefully the weather is just a little bit clearer up there so you can actually see something. Classic Scottish weather here. And so that is Loch Ness right out there. And this is the Caledonia Canal that goes east to west across Scotland. And that is the boat we're getting on right now, going out into Loch Ness. And so a fun fact about Loch Ness, the volume of water in the lake is more than all of the lakes in the United Kingdom combined, all of the other lakes. It is very deep, I think 900 feet deep and 23 miles long.
Hello sir, just want
Howdy.
to stay coming on board.
Excellent, thank you.
You actually want to come with me and we're going on this one this year, okay?
Oh, okay, this is the special
This is
tour,
the
huh?
special tour.
Excellent. Looks fun.
Just take your time and watch the step when you're head going over.
Thank you much.
Applies and is operated to British Maritime and Coast Guard Agency regulations. For your comfort and safety, please listen to the following safety announcement.
And so I think that right there is sonar showing what's under the water. So we're at 4 meters deep here, so like 13, 14 feet. And it's gonna get a lot deeper, so it'll be interesting to see how deep the water gets in the course of this trip. It is a 1 hour boat trip. And it's getting deeper fast. 5.7 meters. 12 meters, 14 meters, 15 meters, 16 meters, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 108 meters, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113. And so it goes 23 miles up that way.
The first recorded sighting of a mysterious creature in the loch was at 565 AD by St. Columba, a Scots-Irish missionary who was preaching
140 meters.
to the native Picts in the area.
The first sighting of the
Sightings of a big fish occurred in the 19th and early 20th century. The story suddenly exploded upon the world
Thousands
with
of
a series of sightings and photographs.
I don't know.
The most famous picture, that of a graceful neck protruding from the water.
Perfect. So, welcome to Loch Ness, one of the wonders of the world. My name is Sean. Nice to meet you all. Can I get a hello?
Hello.
That was lovely. The first thing I want everyone to do is very simple, is just to look at this side. You've all seen this side? Guess what we're going to do next? Have you been here before? Look at this side. But these sides, they are actually wonderful. You may notice that they look completely different. The gradient of the land, the rocks, the soil, the vegetation, they're all different. But why do they look different? Well, the reason they look different is because they actually came from different parts of the world. So Scotland, the best place in the world, was created 400 million years ago when two tectonic plates collided together. If you don't believe me, you can ask Dave the barman. He can remember. He's not that old, and he does not look happy. But if you look at this side, this is actually one tectonic plate. It actually came from North America. So say hello to Canada. Hello, Canada. Anyone from Canada? No, we stole your land.
Yep, we have lots of land, so you can have it.
If you look at this side, this is the second tectonic plate. This side actually came from the top half of Europe. And we're trying to steal this too during the Brexit. Freedom! Shouldn't joke about it, right? Average depth of the North Sea is 90 metres. Average depth of the Baltic Sea is 55 metres. And the average depth of Loch Ness is 182 metres. This is the shallow end. Loch Ness is deeper than these mountains are high. Came up from the dark depths of the loch, attracted towards that bright light. Now what is this creature? It has a large long neck. It has a mouth. There's its neck, and in there it's got 2 fins. This myth overnight became a reality, and people came back here to search for it. But this time when they came back, they were serious. There was harpoons, there was dynamite. People made fake photos. The worst one was this one here. Does anyone guess what that is? That there is an elephant. They stole an elephant from a circuit and put it in Loch Ness.
And so I don't even know where we are. We stopped in this town for a break. We've been driving like more than an hour, I think, from Loch Ness, and we have another 90-minute drive from here to get back to Edinburgh. And so we're just taking like a 25-minute break here. A nice little town here, and he recommended this McKay's. Do you remember what the name of the town is where we are?
No, I was asking her. It's just like something with a P, but not Perth.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Doesn't matter.
Something with a P.
The most important thing is remember where the bus is. And
just look for Prince of India.
yeah. So maybe this is it, Pitlochry, because it's Pitlochry. I'm sure I'm totally saying that wrong. Backpackers Hotel. And Kayla had said something with a P. So yeah, it must be Pitlochry. Scouts Hall.
What? I want to see what she's doing with the dog. What? Is that it?
Back in Edinburgh. And I am hungry, looking for a sausage of some sort.
The venison, the 3 of them. They all have an onion on there. One onion on that side.
And that's what I'm talking about, folks. A foot-long sausage. Merry Christmas. That's going to do it for Scotland. Tomorrow we're going to take a train to England. See ya.
As the people bow and pray to the neon god they've made, and the time cried out its warning in the words that it was for me.